Welcome to the Gump Report. Some you haven't seen in a while. Welcome to the Gump Report. You never know what you're going to get. I don't know what number this is. I think it's number 70. I don't know. Not keeping track. Oh my gosh. So many Gump Reports. I thought when I first, I got to say this before I get started with the video. I never thought anybody would even see these. And there's a good chance you may not even look at it. More than 10 people will see it. And a lot of people on and off have watched my Gump Reports. So thank you. For anyone who watches, even if there's only 10 people who see it now, which I haven't done this in a while, so I'm guessing maybe 10 people watch it. Thank you. No matter what. Anybody else would say, I hate this. Why am I going to keep doing this? Well, I liked it. Now, admittedly, I haven't been able to do it much, but I still like it. Now, this is about Eli Drake and my thoughts on him and a little bit of Mickey James. Now, I'm not leaving a posting to the connection back to NoDQ.com. But this is about Mickey James taking a picture with someone. From what I understand from the posting, it's been a couple of days since I last saw it. But if I remember correctly, it was about, she went to a party, and there was a fan there, or a friend of hers knew somebody who was a fan. And she decided, you want a picture with me? No problem, baby. Take a picture with me. And he's not a thin guy. He's a little bit chubby, I believe wearing glasses. Nothing wrong with that. He's right behind her giving a hug while taking a picture. And from what I understand on Twitter, people actually lost their shit. Because she was taking a picture with a guy who was standing behind her while she's wearing a dress. And probably thinking, who the fuck is this guy hugging this woman where her husband would not like it? They'd already made the decision for her that you just did a stupid thing. Why are you letting another man, a thick man for that matter, be hugging you like he can get a hard-on right behind you? Seriously. And she said I believe in her Twitter, I'm a grown-ass woman. I take responsibility for myself. If I want to do this, I'm going to do it. Now, let's break this down a little bit. We need to remember who this person is. Mickey James. This is a woman who does things on her own terms. Mickey James, who many people got pissed off about going to the WWE and being seen there. Many people were going nuts saying, oh, WWE is going to be working with Impact Wrestling. Oh, shoulder still mess with me. Still got the shoulder problem. Ooh, but this is going to end great for Impact. I had so many people saying Impact's about to get a boost. What happened? What did I say? What did I tell your asses? That Impact would gain nothing from the exposure. Did the ratings for Access TV go up? No. Not to the extent everyone thought it was going to. Did they get more international acclaim? Of course they did. But you need to understand, we're still talking about Impact Wrestling wanting a more stronger reach in America. Not in Europe, because they already got one. Not in India, they had one. I think they still got it. Not in Asia. I think they got some reach, but not much. Canada, we know they're covered. In Mexico, we know they're covered. They want more influence in America, which gave them nothing. Zip. And many people were so happy. They thought something was going to happen and nothing happened. But Mickey James did get something happen. She got that scratch. And she got a little bit of a moment on WrestleMania holding the Knockouts title. That, I'm sure, is something she didn't expect. So it was cool. Did I agree 100% about especially what happened before then when she got pissed off? Well, not totally pissed off, but not truly happy about getting her stuff sent back in a trash bag, which sent the entire internet on fire. That did upset many people. And I'm not going to say I wasn't to a certain point upset that she decided to go back. But as I said, this woman can do whatever the hell she wants. This is her choice to do what she wants. And when it came to this guy who either is a friend or a friend that, a fan that was a friend of Mickey James, it don't matter. If she wants this man to be right behind her where her ass is, where he may get a wedgie, and she says, you know what, I'm going to let this guy have an enjoyment for a moment. Or not. I'm not saying she's that type of person. She's, as she said in her Twitter, she's a grown-ass woman. she can do whatever the hell she want. She's going to have to deal with the fallout of that with her husband, Nick. If Nick don't got no problem, then there is no problem. The problem is the internet, who likes to stick the damn nose in everything. Let's be honest. As wrestling fans, we like to stick our nose in everything. And you know what? I think I am going to talk about Liv Morgan right after I talk about Eli Drake. Because I think as a free-for-all, I think it should be added in. Because I did hear what happened with the guy and with Liv Morgan and what happened. So I will give my thought on this in a minute. But I can tell you this. Do you believe Mickie James made a mistake? Leave a comment below. If you believe she didn't make a mistake, leave a comment below. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to ask you why she made a mistake. Why? When she's a celebrity, like I said with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, her ass is a celebrity. She knows exactly what she's doing going to a party where there's a good chance people may want to take pictures with her. And she chose to let this guy get behind her and hug her while she's taking a nice picture. Whether the guy got a wedgie or not is irrelevant. She was willing to take that picture and know full well the guy could get a hard-on behind her ass. And she had the right, if she felt a hard-on behind her, to say, who the fuck you think are getting hard-on me and rub it on me? Smack him in the face. She has perfect right to do that too. It is within her right to do what she feels is right. So internet, stop. After this point, no one's talking about it, but I'm just saying. Now, my thoughts on Eli Drake going to Smack. I actually saw I believe it was on Twitter. No, it wasn't on Twitter. It was on, what is it? Bodyslam.co, I believe it's called. And I did see the video of Eli Drake with Mace, the guy who used to call himself the Shogun, on the Up Up Down Down channel. I know Eli Drake, LA Knight. I talked about LA Knight when he was Eli Drake for years. If anyone remembers when I was doing my Impact reviews and I saw Eli Drake, I said, there goes my boy Eli Drake. I said that ahead of almost anyone. Unless they've seen him, I'm one of the few who knew this guy had it. Was he a ring general at that time? No. He was learning how to become a better wrestler. But he had his persona down. Was he biting off The Rock? Of course. Was he biting off a little bit of Stone Cold Steve Austin? Yes. But that's what they do in wrestling. If you actually think that wrestlers don't bite off of each other, you're stupid. I'm being honest here. This is what many fans don't understand. Everything you see in wrestling is generally rehashed from someone unless they bring something in new. Like when it comes to the Stone Cold podcast and it comes to Bully Ray. He said something, even though we know Bully Ray likes to talk halfway across his mouth. He talks bullshit as much as he tells the truth. But he did say something important. That when the spot between him, the Hardys, Christian Edge happened, when they were doing tables, ladders, and chairs, I think it was WrestleMania. And that spot between Jeff and him getting speared by Edge. He knew that needed to close that end of the match. Even though they didn't do that, he knew that should close the end of the match. Because that was never done before. But understand, everything else has been rehashed. Look at Ric Flair. The Nature Boy Ric Flair, the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. Sorry for the noise in the background. This is being done in the afternoon. Guys, understand, wrestlers rehash things from each other. Okay? There's no way that you're going to get something always 100% new. You see wrestlers take a little piece from every other wrestler and try to make something new. Or they just take their gimmick and they run with it and they try to make it even more outlandish than the original person did it. So Eli Drake takes a little bit of The Rock, a little bit of Stone Cold Steve Austin, mix it up in a blender and put along with that his own attitude. Yeah, that's a fact of life. Yeah, that is what he added with it. And since then, I have said it. And it's been, what, 7 or 6 years since I've been watching Eli Drake. At least 7 years. That I've seen, I think he came in Impact Wrestling around 2014 or 15, 14 maybe. And it's been like, I don't know, 8 years almost. From 13 until 2022, I think 8 or 9 years, I've seen Eli Drake. He had something. And over the years, he has improved his ring skill enough that he has become a ring general. Even not the perfect one, he is one. And they decided to turn him into a manager. When he has the look of a wrestler, he has the personality of a wrestler, he has the charisma of a great wrestler. He's turned into a manager. Now, I've heard just Alex talk about this. I've heard the Sleg Daddy talk about this. I heard a little bit of Solomon. I have not heard about the Sleg Daddy. Haven't heard yet. I haven't looked. I don't even know he's made a video. My point of view is this. Eli is going to do, well, LA Knight is going to do what LA Knight needs to do. If he realized he was on the chopping block, because you know after WrestleMania, they tend to release people between April, May, and June. They release a chunk of people. So maybe he was going up to the chopping block and they gave him an option to either do this or go by. So he took this. Do I want to see him like this? Of course not. Like everybody else. But I understand the reason why he took it, because he knows if he wants to get somewhere, he's going to have to let his ass get bent over and get something stuck up it. If you don't think what I'm saying is real, please, there's always politicking in the back by higher members of the Society of Pro Wrestlers. No matter who you know, even my Naomi, my baby, my love of my life. Even at this point, after not really been watching Raw, I still would check a snippet of her, particularly what happened with her and Sasha Banks. My girl will politic her ass off no better than anybody else. She don't want to bury nobody, but she's going to do her job. She's going to try and find a spot for herself. And now for her tag partner is Sasha Banks. So what he's done is to try and make the best out of a bad situation. Kind of like what happened with Triple H. The God himself, once his friends left to go to WCW, he was told straight to his face, "You're going to eat shit." Like the taste of it. He said, "Fine. I understand what I did. I'll take it." And he made the best of the situation that he was stuck with until they said, "You know what? You're not needing to eat shit no more." So Eli, who hasn't needed to eat shit, is stuck in a situation where he's going to have to go and play ball. Do I believe it's fair? Of course not. But Eli has done the right thing for himself. He is making sure that he's on that damn roster, and if he can get a shot to prove how damn good he is, he will do it. Counting on if Vince or Bruce, both Bruce and Vince, are going to be open-minded to it. But as we know, and I need to say this to the people below that keep wanting to say AEW is dying. Why do you care about AEW? Care about Impact? Shut up. We need more promotions. I am hoping a better promotion will come around after AEW to do something. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm begging for. Do I believe Impact Wrestling will rise to the occasion? No. Do I believe it's going under? No. I want to make this clear. I still do Impact reviews because I love it. But as I've been saying for now, 4 years. 4 years. Impact has had major issues with management, where either they don't book correctly, they don't promote their shows correctly, the people who now own them didn't get rid of a lot of the people who were the issue when they took them over, because I'm taking a guess, since Anthem is a corporation, they didn't think about what it means to actually own a wrestling promotion. They own sports, but does not mean they understand pro wrestling. They didn't bring someone in they knew that they could find that can look over the company quietly, find out who is the one who caused a lot of trouble there, who is the ones who just aren't that good there, who are the good people, who are the best people, and say, fire this person, pull this person back from the work they're doing, and hire this person. They didn't do it. So this is what you get from Impact Wrestling, who still has generally the same management, just they're not owning the damn thing. They are the same management. So we still have problems with production of lighting, particularly camera work, as well as audio. Booking is on and off spotty. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. But when it comes to Impact, they are not growing anything in America. Let me repeat that, because I don't want to hear someone say internationally they're strong. Means nothing. Freaking nothing. They want the American damn market. They want the American damn market. You don't understand pro wrestling. If you want to get somewhere, you need the American market. Yes. Do they have influence in Mexico and Canada? Hell yes, they do. Do they have one in Europe? Yes, they do. Do they have one possibly still in India because of what happened with Hamali Shira and Sanjay Dutt, who's now in AEW? Of course they did. I don't know if they still got an influence there, because yes, we now have seen Gump. He is from India, and they are still showing Muhammad Shira again, as well as Raj Singh. They still do have an influence there because they are still being seen, I think, on Sun. There's the network Sun over there. But the point is, that's not one of the greatest focuses. If it was, they'd be living in those countries, working in those countries. It's here. And if you actually keep thinking Anthem was going to make it work, I'm going to laugh at you in the comments. I am. I'm going to leave a comment just saying, ha, 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 ha. Literally, I'm just going to laugh at you. I shouldn't give you the time of day, but you know what? At this point, especially in the Gump Report where you never know you're going to get, I'm going to laugh at you. Because if you say, Impact is incredible, watch, they did great on the last pay-per-view. Really? Someone said 10,000 people in the 2,300 arena when the only thing it can hold is 1,300. Bitch, you fucking liar. You know that the 2,300 arena, when they did their last taping, can only hold 1,300 people, and you saying 10,000, you got delusions of freaking grandeur. And I'm going to laugh at you. If you leave a comment, I'm going to laugh at you. Even the ones that I don't try and comment anymore, I'm just going to laugh at you. And I'm just going to laugh. Ha ha ha. Because you know you're wrong. Anyway, now let's get to something serious. And that's what happened to Liv Morgan and one guy who made the most monumental mistake in recent memory. Supposedly, someone, I believe either on Instagram maybe, doubt it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, that he was contacted by Liv Morgan and said, I'm in trouble, can you help me? Please help me. And he said, what can I do? I need money. What did he do? He sold his home and all his general possessions. And this person got those funds and ran away with it. What do I think? This was the most monumentally stupid situation in recent memory. That when you hear, and I'm sure he is a wrestling fan, because there's no way on this green earth a guy like that wouldn't do something unless he's a wrestling fan. Guys, wrestling fans can be the most intelligent people on the planet. Let's be honest here. Football fans, baseball fans, soccer fans, we can be fanatical. We can be nuts, and we can be incredibly intelligent. But also, all three of us can be monumentally stupid. Like what's going on when it was WrestleMania time, where people were getting scalped by getting tickets that was almost, $1,500 to $2,000 in certain cases, trying to get the seats in the very first 10 rows. And those tickets should only go a couple of hundred, and I think a few of them went almost a couple of thousand. We wrestling fans can be incredibly stupid. Now, do I feel sorry for the guy? Of course I do. I don't want to be totally shitting on the guy and say, you are the most stupid, you deserve what you get. No. A wrestling fan who would be contacted by a wrestler that he likes or she likes is a dream. To get a direct contact from someone that you love because you've seen them wrestle, you know they're great, and you want to support them. That's what we do. But, as I said earlier, we wrestling fans can be incredibly stupid once we get caught up in the moment. There you go. Bob's your uncle. This guy literally sold everything. He lost everything. If he sold all his possessions with his house or gave the deed to his house to that person, he lost absolutely everything. He's done. And to Liv's credit, she came out and said, simply put, I'm hurt because of this. It's broken my heart. I can't stand it. Please, you guys, you're doing this. Stop this. Which means nothing. But she still wanted to say, stop this. Don't do this to people. Which won't stop. This is what is going on. People are trying to con people out of their possessions right now. Look, they used to say, we're from Africa. Please give us this money. We will, your family member, give us this money. A scheme to try and get money or try to scam you. It's becoming more and more sophisticated the more technology has progressed. It's one of the reasons why I'm not connected very much to social media other than YouTube. I don't have an interest going heavily on Twitter. I actually used to go on Facebook just to watch the videos there and to post my amateur hour videos there. But after what's been going on with Meta and what's going on Facebook, I barely go on there anymore due to the fact that it's annoying. It's ridiculous how crazy people have become in social media. They believe your entire life should be on social media when your entire life doesn't need to. Here on YouTube, you can easily get caught up in it. Several people have been pretty much doxxed already for disagreeing with somebody over nothing. So when it comes to this situation, what she did was very nice, but it means nothing. Unless she's going to give that man money to get a home, a place to live, to kind of replace some of his stuff, because she's doing it out of the goodness of her heart, means absolutely nothing. Doesn't mean she doesn't feel sorry for the guy. And maybe she may contact the guy to see if there's anything she can do. But literally, the only thing she can do is give him scratch, give him money. That's the only thing she can do. Literally. It's not like she can just get him a place to live. Unless he still has his job. Maybe she can find him a place to live. Maybe she can get him work where he gets more money than he would before. But it doesn't really matter. She's not going to really help the guy much. If she does, more power to her. I'm very happy that a wrestler would be that giving. But to be honest, it's easy to get in trouble if you try to give too much, because then people are going to say, oh, she's helping this guy so much, that's her new boyfriend. What about the man she's with? Kind of like what happened with Mickie James. Dealing with a possible fan or friend, a fan of her friend who knows a fan. Either one. I can't remember which one it is. Either it's just a fan who is at a dinner, or it's one of her friends who introduced a fan that they knew, either as a friend or just a fan, and she was willing to take a picture with him. So there's the danger for anyone who's in the spotlight. Anyone, like I said with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, and what happened with that damn slap. When you are popular, when you're in the public eye, wrestler, actor, sports, football player, basketball player, baseball player, soccer player, it makes no difference. If you're famous, everything you do has a consequence. Everything you do does have a benefit. And it counts on how far you're going to go with it before you get your ass in trouble. And like what happened, what I said with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, they knew exactly what they were both getting into when they went to the Academy Awards. And the same thing happened back in 2016 with Jada Pinkett Smith causing a fuss, wanting to boycott the Academy Awards then because of what Chris Rock did, which was supposed to roast him at the damn Academy Awards. She wanted to boycott the awards while she was there and while he was there. She caused that mess on herself. Then she caused the mess at the current one now with her man, who basically has been treated badly by her. And yes, he's a child abuse victim. It's obvious. He's been abused as a child like myself. He's been in a bad marriage. That's abusive, which I was in myself. Luckily, I never hit my wife. I know no one's going to believe me. You won't? Fine. I didn't hit her. Thank goodness for that. But he has chosen, unlike myself, to take his frustrations out on another person other than his wife. He chose to hit someone, which was wrong. But understand, as I said, and it loops right back to pretty much Liv Morgan and Mickie James. They understood what we're getting into. Both of them. Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith. Right now, Mickie James knew exactly what she was getting into when she took that picture with a guy. Whether he had a hard-on on her or not. Whether if she did feel his dick or not. She chose to take the picture no matter what. And also, if she wanted to, if she felt his dick, turn around, smack the shit out of him and say, don't get your hard-on on me. And when it comes to Liv Morgan, same thing. She could help this guy either get him a new job if he doesn't still have one, help him find a new place to live if he does. And of course, he doesn't have a place right now. Probably he's staying with family or friends. Help him get a new job or help him get a new place to live, and that's it. Unless she's willing to start forking out real money from her own savings, which makes no sense because it was not her who did it. It was somebody else faking as her, saying she was, and they weren't. That's it. But this is just me. And I hope you enjoyed this Gump report. Give me a comment below. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.